It's a great day to be alive! Here we are again with another unboxing video. This time it is the Loot Crate Firefly Cargo Crate. Now, those of you who mourn the passing of Firefly and its 13 episodes, 5 that were ever viewed on television, they have created the best Loot Crate for it. And I'm a big fan. I love Serenity. I thought the movie was great. I like the television show. I think the characters are interesting. But not only that, I love the longevity of an object that has only been publicly a thing for a short amount of time, but then has become almost its own entity after that. And so I subscribed to the Firefly Cargo Crate because I was really interested to see what art they could come up with this long after the show has ended. So this is my, let me see, I'll count my figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is my 8th Firefly Cargo Crate. Now, they always give a little sneak peek during the month as to who the theme of the character is. So I already know who the Q-Fig will be, but I'm curious to see what the rest of the box holds. Alright, so we open it up, and off the bat I can see that there is a Q-Fig, Little Damn Heroes, and a T-shirt, as there always is. Okay, so the Little Damn Hero is Summer Glau as River Tam. So we'll just go ahead and open that up. Nice thing about these is they're always really well packaged, so that they come in these nice little made-for-them styrofoam containers, which if you've never seen the production, how they actually make these styrofoam containers that fit things perfectly, you need to watch how it's done. It is one of the most interesting fabrications of liquids to solids, or semi-solids to hard solids. They use steam to activate it. It's very neat. As a maker guy, I find that very interesting process to watch there. Alright, so I'm looking for the edge of the tape, or we'll just use the good old X-Acto 2000 to open it up. While I'm opening it up, I will go on to my rant of, as you can see, I wield with a left hand. I am a southpaw, and the one thing I bemoan X-Acto is that they do not have a left-handed blade. You may be wondering, what's the difference between a right-handed blade and a left-handed blade? It's just a stick with a knife at the end. But then I say, nay! Nay, there is a huge difference. And the difference comes when carving. When a right-hand person carves, when they dig in, it tightens the blade. When a left-hand person carves, it loosens it up, and the blade constantly falls out. So, again, I bemoan the right-handed only X-Acto blade. Alright, so here we have River. Ah, the sweet smell of manufactured plastic. Smells like He-Man. Whenever I smell this, that is exactly what I think of. It takes me back to the 80s when I would have my He-Man characters, and I would smell them, and they would remind me of playing with He-Man for hours on end. Alright, here we have River Tam. It's a nice figure. I love, all of their figures have movement in the sculpt. She looks like she's twirling. All of them do. I've got Wash is playing with his dinosaurs. We've got, everybody is doing something. I just think that that's a really nice aspect of all of these figures that they're making. They also try to work in as much detail as they can in the figures. The one thing that I noticed right off the bat, though, that kind of bugs me, which I hate to be that nitpicky, but it's my job as a designer, is that if we look at her eyes, I'm going to bring her up really close to the camera there. Let me see if I can turn her right like so. Her eyes aren't even. Now, I understand people's eyes aren't even. They're just not. It just happens. Symmetry does not happen. But she's a figure, and she's got sloth eyes from Goonies. I love Goonies. Hey, you guys. Not a problem. But River Tam, Summer Glau, does not have sloth eyes. So that's the first thing that caught my eye when I opened her up there. But overall, I mean, they did a really nice job on the details on the boots, on the bucket, or the buckles on the boots there. And the dress has a really nice flow to it. I always am curious as how people design and sculpt fabric, flowing fabric. It's one of the things that I have to do a lot of when I design wedding dresses for the figures that I create for wedding cake toppers. So I'm always curious to see how thin they can get the fabric and how well they can do the folds and the flow. And I think that's really, really nice. Excellent. Same thing with the movement in the shirt up top. Nice off-the-shoulder sculpt that they have there. And I think they did a really nice job with the hair. Just wish they would have gotten that one. And honestly, I can see that it was a print error. It's not a sculpt. It's not in the sculpt there itself. It looks like that second eyelash, this eye, these here, they're actually painted on, and it looks like they might be printed as opposed to hand brushed. And I think that the printer was just a little bit off, or they don't have the mold set up correctly to get that in there. But that's nitpicking. If I really wanted to, I could take it off and redo it. I have the power. But that's not a bad figure. Not a bad figure at all. So we'll set Summer there. I keep calling her Summer as if I know her. I don't know her. All right, so we have a t-shirt. That's a nice shirt. Okay. Ones and zeros, little octopus. I will say I do not understand the reference. I will look in the book and see if the book gives me the reference. I'll have to dig down to the deep end here, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But I like the design. It's subtle. I mean, the octopus isn't subtle, but I think the design, it doesn't hit you over the head. It says, this is a Firefly, this is a Serenity, this is that type of shirt. It's nice, it's subtle. The shirt is soft, it's black. You love me, my black t-shirts because it hides the stains so well. It is a large, again, and because I like to do the comparison of shirts, we have the last two shirts that I have, the Goonie shirt and the Destiny shirt that we got from Loot Crate and Loot Crate Deluxe, which are larges, and we saw that they were vastly different in sizes if you happen to catch those videos. So we're going to now add the Firefly shirt to the mix here. I'll get you right side up. Okay, all of these are larges. Alright, so we're going to center you up there. And let's check those fun shoulder seams. Now, see? That's a good shirt. Now, they're larges. So we can see here, if I'm just showing you the 3 shoulder seams here. Okay. That Destiny shirt in the middle, man. That is for someone with the narrowest shoulders. And for a large, male large, not a female large, but a male large shirt, that's going to be one tight t-shirt right there in the shoulders. I mean, I'm not a super buff guy, but I pity the guy who is, who tries to wear this Destiny shirt. The Goonie shirt is still the largest of them. I think it actually may be an extra large, marked as a large. But then here we've got this one from the Firefly Loot Crate, which kind of falls in the middle there. So it'll be a really comfortable shirt, I think, all in all. It is made of a really nice soft fabric, so I do appreciate that. Now let's check the other thing that they usually have goofy is the additional length. So I was really impressed with the Destiny and the Goonie shirt actually being the same length. So let's shake these out and take a look. Ooh, that's a belly shower. Let's show that over here to see. That's going to be a little short. So when I go to the gym and I start to lift, people are going to be looking at my bright white belly. So, oh well, can't win them all. I think it's a good shirt otherwise. Hopefully it won't shrink too much. It says it's 100% cotton, so it shouldn't shrink terribly. So all in all, not a bad shirt. I like the look of it though, and I love those colors. So it should be a nice shirt. We'll give it a try. All right, what else do we have in here? We've got a Cubit. Cubit Firefly Cubit Series 2. So these should be the new figures that I don't have yet. I have a couple of them over here on the wall. We can see them right above. We've got, let me see, we've got Stripe and Godzilla sitting there on the shelf. And if we look right above that, we've got a bunch of the smaller Q-Figs. I have the Cubits. All right, inside we've got I believe that's also River Tam, as we can tell by her beautiful little pink outfit there. There's a whole lot of ears going on there. It's a cute piece. This would be something that my kids would really enjoy. It's a really simple design. I like the way that they do the ruffles in there. That's actually a really good cheat. I may steal that idea there for doing some of the more ruffly wedding dresses that I have to make, that I have to sculpt. Usually I put a lot more detail into it, but I like the way that that looks, like a layered cake. It's very nice. It's got good sharp edges too, which I really appreciate. Look on this, we can see that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 molds. 12 molds to make this. 12 mold, not just like 12 piece mold, 12 actual molds. It's a mess of molds to make this figure this tiny. That is incredible to me. That I make 3 or 4 piece molds, and I think, wow, that's a lot of molds. Here we have 12 pieces for this one. I don't even think there was that many pieces in this figure. I mean, we've got 1, 2. Okay, they're separate. 1, 2, 3, 4. They probably did the legs together, so I'm gonna go 3 on that one. Then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 on this one. 12 on this one. 10 on this one. Crazy. Crazy amount. Just boggles the mind. Boggles the mind. Alright, what else do we have in here? Firefly inflatable Reaver Axe. Well, we gotta definitely inflate that. Oh, I love the smell of plastic. Not quite He-Man plastic. This is more like, well, inflatable pool toy plastic. Let's see, we got an axe here. We'll blow it up because, you know, hey. Oh, it's leaking. Oh, it's leaking. Let's not leak. Ah! Can't do it quick enough. There we go. Alright, Reaver Axe. Oh, I know who's going to love this. My children are going to love this. They already like to chase each other around and act like they're killing each other. So, hey, 3 boys. One of you gets a Reaver Axe already coated in blood. That's fun. It'll last an afternoon. But it's a neat thing. I don't know. I think the kids will get it. They'll get a kick out of it. It's a simple sonic weld. I don't know how many of you actually out there know much about the manufacturing process of this, but since this plastic is so thin, they can't use heat to actually close it together. So what they use is they press the 2 pieces together and they use sound, like an ultrasonic sound, to melt the edges of this together, and then they go and die cut it out, which I think is kind of cool. That's why it creates such a solid seam there. If they would have used heat, you run the potential of it actually melting the plastic itself. So they use a sonic welder, is what it's called. I think it's kind of cool. All right, so we got the Reaver Axe. All right, what else do we have here in the box? Okay, we got our pin. This must be a deluxe pin. It comes with 2 posts. That means it won't do this. The Firefly boxes always come with a larger pin. That you can't even really call it. It says a lapel pin, but who the hell's lapel is that? I mean, if this is 1974, then yes, my lapel is that large. But they call them lapel pins. This one is really nice though, because unlike the 2 Loot Crate pins, which I don't happen to have sitting around here, if we look closely at this, you see how, if I turn it just this way, okay, you can see how there's like divots inside the pin. That means that they actually cast the body of the pin with a bronze material or a zinc material, and then they'll plate it. But then what they do is it actually has all these cavities in it, and so somebody has to sit there, and it has to be a person, it can't be automated, sits there with like little syringes, and they fill in each of these little areas that has color, and they have different syringes for each of the different colors, and they fill that in, and then it has to go through a baking process. So human hands have actually had a hand in this. They've actually had a part in the manufacturing of this. So that actually elevates it a little bit more than the ones that are just pad printed, which they can automate, and then they can get off a little bit. This one is all done with a human touch, and the nice thing about that is it gives it a little bit more, to me it has a little bit more meaning, because it came from the hands of humans. But then also you can get errors in it, and I like that, errors make things more human. Machines make things too perfect. So I like the idea that something as simple as a lapel pin like this actually has that human touch. So that's really kind of nice there. And it is an interesting, okay, there we have the octopus again. I'm going to have to dig into this book and figure out what the octopus theme is for. I know some of you diehards out there are screaming at your screen right now saying that's what it means, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm a fan, but I'm not a super fan. So we have Miranda. These are this is the travel sticker, and the travel sticker is always on the box as well, so we can see there, Miranda. Okay, and then we have the interplanetary flash card for Miranda, which includes, oh, it's just 1 card this month. Okay, so this is the planet Miranda from the Blue Sun system. It has a surface gravity of 1.0001 times that of Earth gravity. All right. So it shows kind of where it's at in the solar system and such. So it's nice to help expand the lore of the Firefly universe, which is really, really nice. All right, so last but not least, we have the book. The book with Summer Glau on the cover. And we're all fans of Summer Glau. All right, so we have You Can't Stop the Signal. All right. And then basically what this book does is it tells you a little bit about everything that's inside. And it usually has interviews and photos behind the scenes and such. So, oh, we have In Loving Memory of Chris. Apparently we lost a brown coat, which is unfortunate. All right, so Bridget Baby Doll Riley is a world champion boxer. And she also is a stunt woman that was in Serenity. And so they asked her some questions. Got some Q&A there. Ah, she was the stunt double for Summer Glau, for River Tam. All right, so the crates cargo. We've got the River Tam Little Damn Heroes Mini Master, which we've already looked at. The Wedding Cake Dress Kaylee. Ah, totally had the wrong character there. Super fans are going to be angry, but now I know. Octopus glow-in-the-dark t-shirt. Be careful who you wear this around. You never know who might get triggered and turned into a living weapon. Yahar. The design is based on the subliminal code in the Fruity Odie bar commercial from Serenity. Now we know, and knowing is half the battle. Then we have the Fruity Odie bar lapel pin. That's obviously what that's from. And then we have the Atlas of the Verse flashcard from Miranda and the inflatable axe. So, oh, and the travel sticker that we have there. I wish our luggage these days was rigid like it was back in olden times, where you could take all these travel stickers and stick them on there, but I don't think it would make it through one day of traveling through the airlines and one ride on the carousel, and it would just tear all my beautiful stickers off. So I have to put them on fake luggage that I have sitting around my studio. All right, and then inside the loot crate, they make it look like a cargo crate, so we can see that there are cows in the cargo. And there's also some barrels, as there should be. And we have a land ship and more cargo, because it is a cargo crate. Hashtag cargo crate. There we go. All right, so all in all, a pretty nice haul here from the Firefly cargo crate. In the past, I've gotten cool things like flasks and challenge coins and other figures, but I think all in all, this is a pretty nice one. And we've broken down the construction process on most of these figures, and I really apologize for getting you to be the wrong character there. Sorry about that. But you'll go in a place of pride up there on the nerd wall. So that does it for the Firefly cargo crate. Join me next time when we open some new box. And until, if you like what you saw here, don't want to get ahead of myself there. If you like what you saw here, please give me a like button, smash it, like it, enjoy it, subscribe to the page. You can get notifications to let you know when new ones appear. I also have a whole series of how-to videos on constructing things that are art-based as opposed to just unboxing cool art things. And if you, I also am on social media on all these other places, so just find that information below in the information there. So in the nice little ad section at the bottom. It's not even an ad section. One of these days I'll write the script out and we'll know exactly what we're saying. All right, so until then, see you next time, and work smarter, not harder.